Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this episode of the Fifa20 Career Mode with Doncaster Rovers Season 3 Episode 3. If you missed the last episode, I will link it in the top corner, but we'll have a quick recap now. We wanted a cup run in the Carabao Cup and we got one, or we've started one, with a 2-0 win at Exeter, and then we drew Chelsea away, which you can see we won 2-1, very tough game. But the games in the league between those two, not great. A 1-1 draw, a 0-0 draw and a 2-0 defeat to Huddersfield away. So we're thinking Chelsea game was on the players' minds. And rightfully so. Very big game that we won 2-1. And then the game after that, Millwall, bit shaky, but a good 3-2 win in the end. In this episode we have got a favourable run in the league and another big tie away from home with Leicester City in the Carabao Cup. The favourable run is Peterborough away, Derby at home, Middlesbrough away, Sheffield Wednesday at home. That's the plan for this episode, try and get through those 5 games, and that'll lead us into October where it's starting to get a little bit busier. 6 games there, November only 4 games, and then December always busy, but hopefully get a couple of cup games in there if the Carabao Cup run continues. Looking at the league table, I say it's a favourable league run because when it decides to catch up, we have got Peterborough, who are currently rock bottom, Sheffield Wednesday and Middlesbrough in the mix, who have only got 5 points each, sat in 17th and 18th, and then Derby, mid-table, 9 points, 12th in the league. Very close behind us, to be fair, only a couple of points in it. We're in touching distance of the playoffs. Huddersfield, who beat us in the last episode, just above us. But yeah, a couple of good wins this episode and we are in a very good position. We got a couple of signings in the last episode. If you missed those, let's have a look at them. I think they'll be good additions. They've got chance to progress, I think. Overalls, Arzani at 73 at right mid, Cam and left mid, and hopefully his attributes will grow. And Awu, I've got him on another career mode, and we have bagged him at £3,000 a week, which I think is an absolute steal. 69 overall, I've got him to 80 overall on my other career mode, so that's why I went in for him, centre back and right back. Only 20-year-old, so hopefully he will grow. Youngsters are looking pretty good who are in the squad. Don't think we've got nobody in the youth academy, but quick squad overview before we get cracking. Harris, 74 overall now, 18 years old. He's going to be a very, very good keeper. Who else? Hill, 71 overall, 18 years old, so doing very well. Can play left back as well, which is decent. Other youngsters are Elliot Carter, looking a very, very handy player, 18 years old, 70 overall. And then we have Callum Ward, 17 years of age and 71 overall. So 4 very good youth players who we've brought through in this series so far. And we will send a youth scout out again and we will see what he comes back with and hopefully get a gen. But for now, let's get into the Peterborough game. So guys, that brings episode 3 of season 3 to an end. As you can see, we're on the notifications or like emails page, and you can see Taylor sold throughout this episode. £850,000 to Cadiz. So there's an extra 600 grand going into our budget in January, which is nice. So that can go now, and we have got a couple of youth players who may be decent. We've got Max Rose, CDM, 61 overall, 16 years old, potential of 73 to 94. So not a bad little player. And then we've got Reece Watson at left back, only worth 190k at the minute, but potential 74 to 94. We will see how they progress. Max Rose is the one that I'm thinking will be the better player. £745,000 he's worth at the minute. So potentially put these into the first team. I think players tend to excel a little more in the first team. I'll have a look. Maybe they'll be promoted to first team by the next episode. This episode though went okay. A little disappointing towards the end, tailed off. But if we go to the calendar, you will see a 1-0 win against Peterborough, which I expected to win that, to be fair. Peterborough struggling down near the bottom of the table. Derby I thought was going to be the tough game of the league games in this episode. And we did really well against them. Played very good football, winning 2-0. And then we've got Borough, where a 1-1 draw away from home. Maybe the Leicester game, the cup game again on the minds. And Leicester with a much better team, coming out 1-0 winners. At the death though, I thought we could have taken it to penalties, and then we had a little bit of a cup hangover with a 2-2 draw against Sheffield Wednesday at home. So not too damaging, but not great episode. Next episode we've got Swansea away, Hull at home, Forest away, Fulham at home, Reading away, Norwich at home. So that's looking like a tough run of fixtures. We will see how we get on. Quick look at the table before we finish up. We sit in a good position. I'm happy with that. 5th in the table, 19 points, but it is very, very tight. Sheffield Wednesday, fantastic run over this episode. It's pulled them up to 8th, 15 points, only 4 points behind us. They were struggling down near the bottom at the start of this episode. So we finish in the playoff spots. If we can stay in and around them throughout this season, I will be very happy, because the expectation from me is to get into them and hopefully win them, get into the Premier League. But as you can see, Swansea, Norwich, Fulham in the next episode, all teams above us. So it's going to be a tough one. Make sure you're on the channel to watch it. So I'm going to leave it here. If you've enjoyed this, big thumbs up for us please. Comments in the section down below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and don't forget to click the notifications so that you don't miss episode 4 of season 3. And all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.